Thank you for attending our proposal, Shamrock Associates and Eller Judges. I am Charles McNellis, and we are Team A14. Please allow a moment for our team to introduce themselves.
I'm Osama Abdaoud.
I'm Ryan Kirk.
I'm Sabrina Second.
I'm Tyler Swica. I'm Connor Knopf.
Now, we're all familiar with the long-standing history of grand recognition ceremonies in our entertainment industry. Actors commit long periods of time, dedication, focus, and even their whole livelihoods to producing the greatest product they can in motion pictures, in the hope that they can receive nationwide praise from all the public and their peers at an annual Oscars ceremony. Similarly, musicians of all kinds work their hardest and commit their lives to achieving the greatest honors in the public eye at the Grammys. The commitment and effort that the wonderful associates at Shamrock display year after year deserves a kind of recognition that extends because of Shamrock stars. Would it not be unforgettable if someone like you or I could approach a great stage in front of our peers, community, and families for an honor that translates the symbolic gratitude into something tangible and unforgettable? To allow the elevation of these associates to the recognition they deserve and incentivize greater recognition between managers and associates, we would like to propose Shamrock's Shammies. To delve into our plan, I would like to introduce Osama.
Thank you, Charles.
Our proposal, as Charles said, is called Shammies, and our goal is simple. We want to turn recognition into something that associates are actually excited about, and not something that just sits in the background. Right now, the platform exists, but not everyone is using it consistently. So instead of telling people to use it more, we're giving them a real reason to want to. Shammies is a regionally rotating annual reward show, and at each event, we recognize top associates along with the managers that supported them the most throughout the year. And because of the 9 regions, the top 18 participants are invited with a paid day to attend and travel coverage if needed. But this isn't just an award ceremony, it's meant to feel like a real celebration. We bring in local food vendors, small businesses, and family friendly activities so that associates can enjoy the experience with the people around them. And this also helps Shamrock stay connected with the communities that they operate in. And to keep engagement strong all year, we also introduce a live leaderboard that tracks recognition activity. This creates friendly competition and keeps people involved even before the event actually happens. We make sure that this plan is inclusive. If someone doesn't want public attention, they can choose to be represented by the Shamrock mascot, or they can join in virtually using a message or a live stream. Overall, Shammies makes recognition more visible, more meaningful, and something people actually look forward to. And by doing that, we increase engagement, build stronger connections, and reinforce the kind of culture that Shamrock is trying to create. And now that we've talked about what Shammies is, I'd like to introduce Ryan to talk about target audience and operations.
Thank you, Osama. So our target audience is comprised of two groups of people: the managers that give out the stars and the day-to-day associates that make Shamrock so successful. Our goal is to encourage them to come to the Shammies and enjoy 2 hours of music, food, and fun with their families. But why would an employee that doesn't win the award go? Well, aside from the free food and events that are happening at the Shammies, 12 random employees, 2 from each category, will be randomly selected based off of raffle entries from using the Shamrock Stars app. They will be randomly selected based off of the people that use the app the most and gain the most recognition. Along with the Shammies is focused on family and community. The event is meant to provide a free option for the associates to spend quality time with their family and friends while also being recognized by the people they provide for. And now for the operations. This event will take place at the Children's Museum of Science in Phoenix on a Saturday in August. We expect the event to be around 2 hours and host close to 600 employees and families. The venue has a capacity of 1,500 people in case the event is expanded in the future. The Chamois, we want to model this event after the Shamrock Supplier Summit, and our goal is to include partners and increase brand outreach with our associates and the community to hopefully encourage multiple people from all kinds of brands to contribute to this massive event to truly recognize the associates that make the company so wonderful. And now Sabrina will dive into the specifics of the budget.
Thank you, Ryan. So for our budget, we wanted to make sure that this event was both impactful and realistic, basing everything on our actual vendor pricings. The event and recognition ceremony would be held at the Children's Museum of Phoenix, which fits our family-friendly theme and is basing it on similar events in Phoenix. We estimated that to be about $6,000 to $9,000. For travel, we looked at real flight pricing through Southwest Airlines and hotel rates at the Hilton Phoenix Airport, which is around $86 to $88 per night. Since we're only flying in the top associate and their manager from each region, that brings the total travel to about $8,500 to $9,000. Catering is our biggest cost, but we were intentional about it. Instead of we will be feeding all 600 attendees and using Shamrock's own vendor network that brings catering to $8,000 to $11,000. To still make it feel open and community-based, we added local vendors like Sweet Republic and Cartel Coffee Lab for dessert and drinks. That estimated to be about $2,000 to $3,500. For production, we based our numbers on the Seawest Entertainment website, and the venue being a single room setup, we would estimate it to be $3,000 to $5,000 for AV, including microphone, podiums, speakers, and screens, plus about $1,000 to $2,000 for live streaming, so all Shamrock locations can still be a part of the event. We also included local musicians using Gig Salad website like Tony Cangroove and Jeff Lowy, which comes out to be about $500 to $1,000 for the 2 hours. And finally, awards and certificates are relatively low cost, under $800 using the awards.com website and the FedEx printing. So overall, our budget comes to be about $41,000, which keeps us comfortably under the $5,000. This shows that Shamrock can create a meaningful community-focused recognition event without overspending and still have room to scale or improve in the future. Next, we have Tyler with the timeline.
Thank you, Sabrina. So during months 1 through 3, the main focus is building excitement and awareness. Shamrock Foods would first announce that the new event is coming at the end of the year. This creates anticipation and gives employees something to look forward to. After that, the company would explain what the event is and how associates and managers can participate, and what rewards or recognitions are connected to it. A live leaderboard would also be launched early on, which helps keep people engaged by showing progress throughout the year. A live leaderboard will be live on the platform itself and be updated daily to reflect the engagement on the platform. During months 4 through 6, the focus shifts towards planning event locations. Since Shamrock Foods operates across different regions, it's important to choose locations that are fair and accessible. The goal is to find places near each region so driving distance feels reasonable for everyone involved. The stage helps out to make the event feel exclusive and well thought out. Then in months 7 through 9, Shamrock Foods would finalize and pay for different event locations. Once the locations are secured, the company can begin reaching out to local partners and community businesses. This would include arranging food, drinks, and any other event needs. Partnering with local vendors also helps strengthen Shamrock's connection to the community it serves. And finally, in months 10 through 12, Shamrock Foods would announce the winners. This would include both the associates being recognized and the managers who recognize them the most. Invitations would be then sent out through email, text, or letter so everyone has clear information about the event. After that, the company would finish setting up in the event spaces and host the event. Overall, this 1 year timeline gives Shamrock Foods a plan that builds excitement, keeps employees motivated, and ends with meaningful recognition. It also creates a repeatable system that can be improved and used again next year. And now I'm going to pass it on to Connor with the key takeaways.
Thank you, Tyler. Shamrock Foods is built on values of family, community, and cooperation. But we have seen a persistent motivational gap when it comes to the Shamrock Stars program. And this prevents these values from being reached by every associate. We need to bridge this gap by making recognition personal again. And by implementing our plan on a large scale, it will empower managers to feel individually motivated to recognize their associates by giving them more stars. Finally, aligning the daily operations with the core values that Shamrock Foods stands for, successfully bridging that gap. The Shamies will increase the usage of the Shamrock Stars program by bringing recognition and motivation to associates and managers on a personal level. Please get back to us within the next 5 business days to start the implementation of our plan.
And now, to give you a hands-on demonstration of what the Chamois Associate Recognition Ceremony would look like, I would like to introduce Connor Kanal. Connor was recognized by his peers in the Shamrock Stars Recognition app for being outgoing, helpful, and thoughtful over the whole year. And now I would like to introduce Ryan Kerr. Ryan was a top performing manager in the Shamrock Stars app, offering a huge amount of recognition. He loves the app and makes sure to offer recognition as often as possible to make associates feel valued and part of the family. Thank you. I would now like to open the floor to questions.